In a small town nestled between rolling hills and whispering pines, there lived an old man named Elias. Elias was known for his stories, tales spun from the threads of memory and imagination that captivated the townsfolk, young and old alike. One crisp autumn evening, as the leaves danced in the wind and the stars began to peek through the darkening sky, Elias gathered the children under the ancient oak tree in the town square. They nestled around him, wide-eyed and eager, ready for another adventure. "Tell us about the promise, Elias," urged little Sarah, her eyes bright with anticipation. Elias smiled, his weathered face illuminated by the flickering light of the nearby lantern. "Ah, the promise," he began, his voice carrying the weight of years gone by. "Long ago, when I was just a boy like you, there was a promise made under this very oak tree." The children leaned in closer, hanging on his every word. "It was a promise between two friends," Elias continued, his gaze drifting to the horizon as if searching for memories in the distant past. "Tom and Jacob, they were inseparable. They swore an oath to always be there for each other, no matter what. Life happened, my boy. Tom moved away to the big city, chasing dreams of success. Jacob stayed behind, tending to his family's farm. Years passed, and the promise faded into the background, buried beneath the responsibilities and distractions of adulthood. But one day, Elias continued, his voice dropping to a whisper. Tom returned. He had achieved wealth and fame, but his heart carried a heavy burden, the weight of broken promises and lost time. Tom sought out Jacob, hoping to mend what was once unbreakable, but when he arrived, the farm lay abandoned, and Jacob was nowhere to be found. But the story doesn't end there. For in the quietest moments, when the moon is high and the world is still, whispers of the promise can still be heard. Some say Tom never gave up searching, that he roams these hills to this very day, seeking his lost friend and the bond they once shared. "And what about you, Elias?" Timmy asked softly. "Do you believe they'll find each other again?" Elias smiled, a twinkle in his eye, as he gazed at the old oak tree standing sentinel over them all. "Some promises," he whispered, "are written in the stars, waiting to be fulfilled when the time is right." With that, Elias bid the children good night, leaving them with the echo of his words and the magic of the forgotten promise that lingered in the crisp autumn air.